welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for my lovely Scorpios. This is going to be for February 22nd to the 29th. And my regulars know we're going to go right ahead and pull out the romance angel messages for this week. Then we're going to get into your animal spirits and then your tarot cards for the week. All right, guys. So show me what's going on for my Scorpios this last full week of February. Straight out, we have stay optimistic about your love life, Scorpio. We have reconciliation. Wow. And we have worth waiting for. All right, so you would say that these are fairly complementary messages, right? They actually fit nicely together with the same situation or outcome, right? Let's go ahead and pull out your animal spirits for the week, my lovely Scorpios. Animal spirits can come in a number of ways. They can represent individuals we're dealing with or energies becoming available to us. They can also represent stages or paths that we're entering into in our lives. So just take it as it applies to you. Scorpio, 22nd to the 29th. All right, the octopus, water energy. The butterfly, wow, transformation, air energy. And the unicorn, wow, wow, beautiful. Associated with the sixth chakra, the third eye. All right, so octopus. Well, the octopus is a water element animal spirit, and the octopus is associated with a lack of boundaries. The spirit of the octopus is there whenever you're dealing with somebody who really just drains you. You know, they drain you either by wanting to know everything about your business or involving you in everything about their business. The tentacles have no bounds. They sort of get all intertwined and with everyone around them. And so in this way, the octopus is really sort of the king of messy relationships, right? Just being messy. You know, if you ever find yourself speaking to someone and when the conversation is over, perhaps they've walked away, you've walked away, you feel absolutely drained. That is the spirit of the octopus at play right there. And of course, the best way to deal with this sort of energy is to, in fact, put boundaries in place, enforce boundaries, and not allow the spirit of the octopus to drain you. Now, the butterfly is, of course, worldwide synonymous with transformation, you know, becoming metamorphosis, right? The metamorphosis of the caterpillar to the butterfly is that internal and external transformation of becoming even better, transcending ourselves, becoming more of ourselves. The butterfly talks about this period in time being very difficult sometimes. It's not easy. Transformation does not come lightly. It does not come easily. And the butterfly is also associated with friendship. And so it's at times like this that you really want to, you know, reach out to your friends, right? And not depend on them, but certainly, you know, lean on them to a degree, you know, allow them to help you through this transformation. Because like I said, it does not come without some growing pains, right? This transformation can be in a lot of areas, but most of the time we're talking about a mental transformation and a physical transformation that happens in our lives. You know, the two are very much connected. Now, the unicorn is associated with the third eye or the sixth chakra, and it is really sort of the totem of belief in magic, or faith rather, right? If you want to have a magical life, if you want magic to happen in your life, right, then you have to believe in it to a certain degree, right? And so Scorpio, it could be that in some area of your life, you're really kind of wishing for a miracle or a blessing or some kind of magic to happen. But if you really want that to happen, then you also have to have a little bit of faith in the process, right? And And in this way, you make yourself open. You open up your third eye. You open up the possibility for magic to happen around you, or certainly for you to experience magic happening around you. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and pull out your forecast for the week, Scorpio. Looking at the 22nd to the 29th for Scorpio. Four of Cups, Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. All right, some of you are coming into this week with a Four of Cups, and there's a real feeling of perhaps somebody trying to reconcile with you. A cup of love is coming in, and you're just not willing to be there for it, right? It could be you trying to reconcile with somebody else, and they're just not willing to listen. They're not willing to entertain it. And in any case, though, it feels like there is a separation here. Certainly, we have reconciliation here. It feels like there is a separation here. It can also be sometimes that the Four of Cups can indicate friends who are trying to help you with a particular situation. And again, you're not willing to accept that help from them. You're kind of saying, no, I don't need your help. I can handle this on my own. There are multiple interpretations of Four of Cups, but in this situation, I feel like this is very much the case. Certainly when you have the butterfly there, it could be that you are really going through a transformation right now, and you could use the support of some of your friends. And so, it's really down to you, of course, but, sometimes this cup of love is offered with genuinely, right? With a real intention to be a support to you or a help to you, right? And it's really, up to you to trust that or not, right? In any case, you're coming into the week with this kind of vexing you, I think. This is on your mind. I think it may be something you're contemplating, should I let someone help me? Should I talk about this with someone or not? Queen of Wands comes in. It's interesting. There's someone in your life perhaps that's coming in that's trying to show you the way. That is, the Queen of Wands is very, very wise and has a lot of experience, and definitely has a lot of experience with trouble, with turmoil, with difficult experiences in life, right? The Queen of Wands has been through those, so she understands the nature of it. And I think that this is someone who can help you through your transformation right now, because it does feel like you may indeed be going through something quite difficult. Yes, it's a transformation for your ultimate good, but I think there's a lot of growing pain here. And there is indeed someone that you come across this week that could really be of a benefit to you. You round your week off with a Nine of Pentacles, though, which is interesting. It almost seems to me that you are... I'm going to say that it's almost like you decide, you know what, I'm just going to stay to myself. I'm going to stay to myself and work on my money and my career. And it's like, I think you turn your back on dealing with a particular issue in your life. It could be a romantic issue that you're unwilling to deal with, or that you're unwilling to sort of, not even that you're unwilling to deal with it, but I think you're wanting to put it on the back burner. It could be on the advice of this Queen of Wands who comes in to help you or to assist you in some way, that in fact what you should be doing is really focusing on yourself and focusing on your career and your business. And so by the end of the week, you do that. You do exactly that. Nevertheless, I think this issue with a particular relationship is still on the back burner. And at some point, you will have to sort of deal with it, right? I don't think that it's gone completely away. But I think that right now, perhaps one of the most important things for you to deal with is your own prosperity, your own garden, where you are headed, just to ensure that your financial stability is still there and maintained. Later on, you can come back to this Four of Cups and perhaps deal with this issue in a more sort of rounded and healthy way. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, wow, and Knight of Swords. Some of you are coming into this week, Scorpio, with a brand new passion in your life. It could be that you've come across someone that you are very attracted to. Ace of Wands is a great phallic symbol in the deck, Scorpio, and so in a lot of ways, Ace of Wands sometimes not only can it be a new avenue for you that you feel passionate about, that you can pour your energy into, like a project or an endeavor, but a lot of times it is a new connection with someone that is very physical and magnetic. You come into this week with an Ace of Swords also, and so on top of all of this, this new sort of explosion of passion here that you're having in an area of your life, you're also getting some real clarity coming in. It could be that information is coming in that sort of vindicate you in a particular area, but more than anything, this new clarity comes in, this new understanding seems to come in, and it's like, where you were unsure, where you didn't really know what was going on, now all of a sudden it's like you are very clear. You know exactly what to do. You know how to come, you know the solutions that you need for particular issues or obstacles in your life. And by the end of the week, you're moving forward with all of this. Knight of Swords, you're extremely sort of enthusiastic and energetic about moving forward. Could be that you have been in a standstill in the most recent past. You may have been at a standstill with your feelings and emotions concerning possible relations with others, or it just seems like up until recently, not only were your feelings a little bit sort of hazy, but your outlook on life was a little bit hazy. You weren't really sure maybe how to move forward, what the next step was. And all of a sudden this week, it's like, boom, inspiration comes in, clarity comes in, suddenly, boom, connection comes in with somebody, right? And the whole thing just gives you a real sort of boost with that Knight of Swords, in the sense that you are ready now to attack both areas of your life. It's been long enough that you've been sort of in the clouds, and now it's time to sort of emerge from the clouds in all areas, right? This feels really good, and it feels to me, Scorpio, like it's been a long time coming. It feels like you are re-energized after a period of really having perhaps been drained in a particular area of your life, right? Like I said, trying to come up with solutions to certain problems may have been very difficult. You may have been caught up in a past relationship that was very painful, and it's like this week, it all sort of gets obliterated with these beautiful new options and opportunities coming in, and you kind of grab the bull by the horns and move forward. Last one, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and Knight of Wands. So for some of you, again, this is an issue over money. You're feeling really sort of worried about money coming into the week. Four of Pentacles can indicate a feeling that your finances are really sort of being threatened in a lot of ways, right? It could be that you're feeling like you're unsure about the future. You're unsure about the stability of your finance. Sometimes Four of Pentacles can indicate becoming greedy or miserly, but those are just symptoms of fear, right? They're just symptoms of fearing, losing what you've worked for. And so there's some anxiety associated with that. You come into the week, you're met with a Nine of Wands, and I think certain events happen this week that show you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel here, but you still have a little bit more work to do, right? You still have a little bit more to deal with. You are in the middle of a transformation in a lot of ways. You are very close to laying down some burdens of the past, but you still have a little bit more work to do. And I think a lot of this work really has to do with you sort of facing up to your own attitudes and modes of behaving, right? That have kind of kept you alienated from others, kind of kept you in this position of carrying some burdens and baggage around with you. And I think this realization that it's down to you to let go is what's dawning on you this week. It could be that events are happening this week in your life that is really showing you that at the end of the day, you are the one in control, right? Your experiences reflect your attitudes, and as soon as you change your attitude, will be how soon you're able to finally lay down some burdens of the past. And a lot of this does impact your career or your financial status, because I think a lot of the attitudes that you've perhaps been holding on to, or like I said, the modes of behavior that you've been holding on to, have kind of served to possibly stifle your progress financially, right? You may have in some areas been cutting off your nose to spite your face in a lot of ways, right? Making decisions that aren't necessarily the right decisions, but that come more from a place of emotion here, or a place of that are coming from where you keep your baggage, right? So hang-ups, old ways of acting, I want to say knee-jerk reactions and things like that. And I think you're realizing that. That's what Nine of Wands is all about, is realizing that, and then sort of putting that last little bit of work in to change that. By the end of the week, you round off with a Knight of Wands, and I think you have a real sense of purpose now moving forward. You kind of know, right? After this realization, you kind of know what you need to do next. You're reinvigorated in terms of your passion and your optimism about moving forward. The Knight of Wands is extremely optimistic. He's extremely sort of passionate about following his heart. And I think that because you're realizing what the issues are, you are also realizing what the solutions are. You just can't wait to move forward with that, because the sooner the better, because indeed you are experiencing some issues here with your career, your finance, your business that really do need to be dealt with. And the only way really to deal with them is to deal with your own sort of attitudes towards them. All right, my lovely Scorpios, I hope you enjoyed this. This is your reading for the 22nd to the 29th. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to send me a comment if you are going through this. Share it with the collective. Let us know what, how this is relating to your week. I find that a lot of times when people leave comments, there's so many other people that can relate to what you're going to, that it really becomes quite a sort of supportive process. But for right now, Scorpio, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for your daily outlook. Bye-bye.